Hello everybody, this is Patrick Butler. Now last year I talked about the 25th anniversary of the NES. I was going to do a special what I got on the NES, but never did. So I finally just decided to do it right now. That's right. All of these videos that are going to be shown on YouTube will be NES based. So first off, I got to show you my front loader NES. And we're going to talk about this particular baby today on another episode of What I Got.
What will the future bring from Nintendo? More hits like Super Mario Brothers. Arcade hits like Kung Fu. Nintendo has the most video game hits. Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, and more like baseball and Excite Bike. And you can play them only on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Now the NES was released in 1985 at a New York Expo. Now it wouldn't get an official release until a year later. And it was released in two bundles. The first bundle had 2 controllers and Super Mario Brothers. The second bundle had 2 controllers, a zapper, and Rob the Robot. Now the games were Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and Gyromite. And that's how basically the NES got started. Now what the NES did is that it got us out of this video game crash that started in 1983, and it helped keep video games alive. And it transformed video games into a whole new medium. And we still have video games today. Now this would continually be released, the front loader, until about 1993, when the top loader was released. Now the top loader would stay released until probably 1994. I don't remember, so I can't tell you. I never owned a top loader, unfortunately. I still have my front loader though, and that's pretty cool. Now, the one thing I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm going to show you, is all the different stuff that I got with the NES. And I'm also going to show you the NES accessories and controllers that I got. So, enjoy everybody. Now this of course is the front of the front loader NES. You got your power button and your reset button. And if you turn this on, this will flash red. That's when you have your AC adapter hooked up. Now this of course is where you put in your cartridge. I'm going to show you how later. These are your controller ports, control port 1 and control port 2. And we're going to switch this around. This is your audio video connectors, just in case you want to use composite cables. Now I'm going to show you how in the next video, because first off, this color can be a little bit confusing to people, but hopefully it'll be less confusing when I upload that video. So that tells you. Switch this around. Of course you got your RF switch connector, you got your channel 3 and channel 4 switch, and you got your AC adapter connector. Now this of course connects to your RF switch. This of course, if you want to use your RF switch and you want to pick which channel you want to use for your NES, you can pick either channel 3 or channel 4. And you got your AC adapter connector where you hook up your AC adapter, plain and simple. Now we're going to switch this around, and there is nothing on the left side. And finally, we're going to show you the top, which is also nothing. This is supposed to keep dust and dirt away, but this can get a little dirty, so I recommend that you clean this. Alright, Now this of course is the back of the front loader NES. This would be when you wanted to unscrew your NES and open it, just in case you had any problems. This also included the expansion port. You would usually have to take this off. Unfortunately it's broken. And you would pop this off to expose the expansion port. Unfortunately, Nintendo never released a disc system or nothing for this expansion port, so it's pretty much nothing. So that's pretty much the back. It's nothing really special. All it is to unscrew your NES and open it, just in case there's any problems. So that's pretty much the back of the NES in a nutshell. Now this is the NES gray cartridge. This was usually used for games, and these were licensed by Nintendo. There are also other NES cartridges as well, but they were unlicensed by Nintendo, so that tells you. This of course is the front. Of course you got your back here. You got your left side right here. And of course you got your right side right here. Of course you got the bottom right here and the top. And that is the NES gray cartridge in a nutshell. Now we're going to show you all the NES accessories that I have, and I'm going to show you where they go. Oh, and we're also going to show you how to put in an NES game as well. So enjoy, everybody. Now this of course is the NES controller, and this basically came with all NES systems except for the top loader, of course. There is a dog bone controller that came with the top loader, but I don't have that one. You got your directional pad right here, you got your select, you got your start, you got your B and A buttons as well. And this is a pretty nice controller. There's also other controllers as well. There's also the NES Advantage and the NES Max, and a couple others as well. And there's been so much controllers for the NES, and I don't know all of them by hand. I do have one of them, and I'm going to show you that too. But this is the NES controller, and it's an awesome controller. So now hooking up your NES controllers is pretty easy. All you really need is this. This is actually the cord to the NES controller. All you really need to do now is to connect this to that. And remember, this for controller 1, this for controller 2. Now to put in a game, all you need is a cartridge, and that's where the cartridge goes. You open this, and all you have to do is put the game right in here. Make sure it goes all the way, and just push it down like that, and close the lid. And then you just press the power on, and there you go. I don't have it plugged in, so you won't see the red light. But when I do have it plugged in, the light will go on. And when you want to take the game out, all you gotta do is open this, push this up, and then pull this out like so, and then you shut the lid. Now this of course is the RF unit. Unfortunately, RF units suck because they don't give up the best quality, and unfortunately most people that have the top loader have to use this because there's only a connector for it. But there are some people that have to use this because they don't have connectors for AV on their TV. So this is kind of the best option for them. And by the way, this still works. I have tried it. So if you don't have AV connectors on your TV, this is highly recommended for sure. But they do suck. That's all I really gotta say. Now I'm going to connect the connector to the RF unit to the NES. Now this of course is your RF switch connector. Now you basically connect this to here, like so, and you just push it in there a little more until it's all the way in there. Now you can basically call this the RF unit cable, and you can call that, if you like, the RF unit connector if you want to. But remember that you put this cable into here. Now for the AC adapter cable. This of course is the AC adapter cable. All you have to do with this cable is hook it up to here. No biggie, and it'll be a tight fit once you just push it in there. No biggie. And that's where the AC adapter cable goes. Now this is the AC adapter for the NES. Yes, I know it's bulky, but what is awesome about this is that this is universal, which means you can put it on any plug and it'll be able to fit. And if it's an upside down plug, you could actually put it the way you want it, and it won't even tip over because you're putting it the way you want it. You won't have to put this thing upside down and use it that way. Pretty cool, huh? And I don't know if all AC adapters for the NES is like this, but if they are, let me know. This is the other controller that I have. This is called the Game Handler, and I don't think anybody has shown it on YouTube, so I'm the first one. And this is basically the Game Handler controller in a nutshell. You got your, I think that's your start button, and I think your select's on the bottom, and this can either be B or A along with this. And then you got your switcher, which switches both A and B buttons. You can do that in play as well. You also got your slow motion and rapid fire, and that's basically it. And there's also a cord where you plug this thing in, and then you connect that particular cord to your NES. So I'm going to show you that too. Hold on a minute. And this is basically the connector to the game handler, and this is basically the cord. And that's where you hook up the game handler. And that's basically it. That's the only other controller that I have. So, and I'll probably do a review on that soon. Now, to move your character, you actually tilt the game handler up, down, left, or right. There must be a sensor in this particular controller that controls the movements to your character just by tilting the game handler. That's the only thing I can really think of. And that's basically how you use the game handler. Now this is the last NES accessory that I have to show you. I do have the NES satellite, but unfortunately I only got one part of it. And that's the reason why I'm not showing you that, because I don't have all the parts for that particular NES satellite. So forget about that. This of course is the power pad. I've had this since 1988. Unfortunately, I have none of the games for it. Well, there's a reason why, and I'll tell you a story about that in the near future. This of course is side B, where most games were required for this side. There's also a side A, which wasn't used as much as side B, but I'm going to show you side A right now. Now I switched it around, and this of course is side A, which is different from side B, and you can see the difference. Now this of course, this part is white and blue, where the other side was more gray. So I don't know why they would have gray on one side and white and blue on another. I just don't get that. By the way, you use this power pad with your feet. You do not wear shoes with this. I don't know the reason why. I think it's because they don't want it to get dirty, or maybe it won't respond to shoes. I don't know. But this of course was the power pad. both side A and side B. And now you know what they look like, both sides. And unfortunately, I can't use any games because I don't have any games for this now. I used to. But that's particularly what the power pad looks like. So, would I recommend the front loader NES? Definitely. There's also a top loader. You can get that as well if you want to. But I will say with the top loader, it's mostly RF for top loader. But it won't have as much problems as the front loader NES. But the front loader NES, the problems can be fixed. So, just wanted to tell you that right now. You can get either one. Either the front loader NES or the top loader NES. You can easily find them on eBay. But I recommend that if you find it, make sure that it has the two controllers, the AC adapter, and an RF unit or AV cable. So, I just want to make sure that you're better prepared just in case you want to get an NES for sure. By the way, I have up on YouTube an instructional video for this particular controller. I'm going to do a review on it pretty soon, just to let you know. But the reason why I've uploaded the instructional video is because I've seen this on eBay, and it doesn't come with the instructional video. Luckily, I have the instructional video on tape. So, what I did, how I got that up on YouTube, was basically I put it onto DVD. And then I basically ripped the DVD onto my computer and basically uploaded that particular instructional video onto YouTube. That's basically how I did it. So, I'll eventually do a review on this pretty soon. And hopefully, many game reviewers will get their hand on this particular controller. Alright? Because I definitely want to review this. And I hope video game reviewers will review this as well. And maybe even the AVGN. What I'm talking about is the Angry Video Game Nerd. So, just want to tell you that right now. And that's basically it. The next video, I'm going to show you how to hook up your front loader NES using AV cables. And that'll be for next time. So, peace out to you all. And I definitely recommend the front loader NES, along with the top loader as well. If you can find that on eBay, that's also good. That's it, and I hope you enjoyed this. Blog you later, everybody.